Hello my friends, I'm Al and welcome back to Al's Vinyl Collection. Now today we're going to be carrying on with our Sound Engineer Hears X for the First Time series and carrying on with Fleetwood Mac. I've just listened to The Chain and now we're going to be listening to Dreams, which I haven't heard before, and looking at these lyrics, I don't recognise them, so it's going to be interesting to hear. Now I just want to very quickly say before we start this video that over 95% of the people who watch these videos aren't subscribed. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later, but I'm trying to build a community here where we can share our thoughts on songs and we can discuss, communally, this music. So if you like this video, there's bound to be more in the future which you might miss if you're not subscribed. But, as I said, it's free. You can always unsubscribe later. If you'd be so kind, it would help my channel out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's listen to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. And let's see where this takes us. Okay, so Fleetwood Mac are obviously a very well produced band. Two songs back to back, and both of them having some real standouts. Now, I have a lot of thoughts. I need to start writing notes, I think, because I've got a lot of thoughts that I need to try and get out that I had in my head. First and foremost, that first verse, there's a very interesting, in Stevie Nicks' vocal, literally in the first two lines, there's a very interesting vocal resonance that I'd say is probably around the 4 to 5 kilohertz range. Let me just try and pin it. It's almost like a little bit of a buzz. Yeah, it's just kind of, I guess, a natural vocal and then potentially this little resonance. But it's very interesting. I personally, within my own voice, I record my own music. That is something I've tried to suppress in my own voice, but it really works for Stevie Nicks, and it really adds to this natural vocal sound and feel, and takes away this over-processed feeling. There is so much to be said for the clarity within this mix and within this soundscape. Now, again, the acoustic guitar sits perfectly in that left channel, in the left stereo field. It just fits perfectly, but the electric guitar that really piqued my interest. I believe from listening to it, it sounds like it's just maybe like a volume pedal. That's what it feels like. It feels like a very interesting tone, maybe some sort of pedal like a flanger maybe, and a volume pedal being used to create a very atmospheric but almost somewhat unsettling guitar tone. It reminded me slightly of the guitar tone in Her Name Is by George Jones, which is almost like a vocoder type. But really interesting guitar sound. Love that. But also the percussion really stood out within this track. The percussion drove the song, but there was so much extra detail, which wasn't, I wouldn't say it was overdubbed. I would say the Fleetwood Mac's drummer is just incredible. But there were so many little percussive elements which were panned really interestingly. So I noticed there were some tom fills in the right channel. There was a little crash fill as well, which is really nice. In the right kind of in the right stereo field, but the drums were panned beautifully. There was one drum roll which I noted at least started. If we're looking at panning at about, I'd say, 270 degrees, almost like a pie with a slice taken out of it, I would say the drum started at about 11 o'clock and went all the way around to, I would say, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, and that's really interesting. I was trying to come up with like little, not analogies, I guess analogies, just ways to try and describe these things, especially if I'm talking like to my mum or to my girlfriend about this music and trying to explain kind of what I'm hearing from a sound engineering perspective. But yeah, no, there was a really interesting song, and I think Stevie Nicks has a beautiful voice, but I really enjoyed how her vocal not doubled, but how she was singing with herself. So kind of at one point here, exactly here. So we've got some quite processed vocals in the left field. Usually when singers sing with their own vocals, it can be hit or miss, but with Stevie Nicks, it's wonderful. And I really hope this is Stevie Nicks singing with herself, actually. Stevie Nicks is probably the only member of Fleetwood Mac I know, and her voice to me is so recognisable from other projects. So that's not Stevie Nicks. Please let me know. I'm so sorry if it's not, but I believe it is. It sounds a lot like her. But then just come into the chorus, and we've got backing vocals in the right, left, and the right and the left fields, and then we have Stevie in the centre. I want to try and find an example of this. Amazing. So you've got two sets. If anything, I can hear two voices in the right field, a man and potentially a woman, or Stevie Nicks, or maybe a man doing in a falsetto. I don't know. And then obviously you've got Stevie Nicks in the left and Stevie Nicks in the centre as well. But they're mixed with such care. There's so much delicacy, I guess. you can hear everyone perfectly. No one's lost, no one's blended, no one's merged, and that goes for everything within this track. Every stem, every instrumentalist has their own space. They've got their own box to sit in, and it just works really nicely. It just works. Lyrically, very interesting song, but as I said in the previous Fleetwood Mac video, I want to spend my time within these videos talking about what I'm hearing sonically rather than breaking into the lyrics, and I want you guys, if you're happy to break down the lyrics and tell me what you think, and we can collectively come together. This sense of community again, we can collectively come together, and I can talk about the sound engineering. You can too, if you want to talk about it, if there's things that stand out to you, if you're a sound engineer as well, let me know. We can talk about this. I would love to meet some kind of like-minded folk, but we can create one collective picture for these songs. You do the lyrics, I'll do the sound. We've got it covered. Very interesting song, very interesting. Thank you for joining me, for listening to this video. It's been really interesting, and I would like to hear if you have any suggestions going forward, whether it's more Fleetwood Mac, whether it's, I know Stevie Nicks did I think an archival release recently, Buckingham and Nicks. I saw that came out. It was on my vinyl release radar. But if there's anything kind of from their solo projects, please let me know. The only thing I'm aware of with Fleetwood Mac is that they broke up, and it was quite... well, it was covered a lot in the media, I guess, but I don't really know what the deal is with the breakup, just that it's quite a famous breakup musically. But yeah, if there's any other songs you want me to listen to, please let me know. I'm always looking through the comments. I'm always reading the comments. I read every comment. And if I don't have the time to respond to you, I'm so sorry. I work quite a tough shift pattern, so I tend to record these videos in one batch. And then when I get the chance, whether I'm on day shift or night shift, in my downtime, I'll try and just read the comments and respond where I can. But thank you so much. Your comments don't go amiss. I love reading them all. Thank you for joining me for this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel. Let me know if there's any other songs you want to listen to. And I will see you, hopefully, in the next video.